Anybody here from API? Sigma API. Incredible. Well, I'm sure you're going to be delighted to find out that I'm an honorary brother. And I love this fraternity. The API was converted from a Jewish fraternity to the fraternity of the Jewish people. So we're all big family here, starting from API and Sigma API. Anyway, so about 6 years ago, as an honorary brother, they invited me to speak at the API convention in Orlando. I took my wife and went over there to speak on Shabbat dinner as a keynote speaker, and I wanted to come up with a subject that will be interesting for you guys. And I said, I'm going to teach you students how to be successful in life, in business, in philanthropy. Sounds interesting? Yeah! All right. So that's what I figure out I will do, and I'm going to speak about the same thing today. And let me start with anyone, almost anyone that goes to Israel is coming back a friend of Israel. And did you ask yourself why? What is it in Israel that makes almost everybody come back a friend? Clearly, all the historical places, the Western Wall, Jerusalem, Nazareth, if they're Christian, Sea of Galilee, Jaffa, it's all the connection from the Bible. Everybody feels that he's living the Bible, the history of the world on his own. But more than the historical places, I think the connection is to the people of Israel. People who go to Israel find that the people of Israel are warm, they love the culture, they love the innovation, they love what the people of Israel have done in 70 years, less than 7 years of existence, startup nation. And most than everything else, they love the fact that the people of Israel are proud Jews. They're not ashamed that they were born Jews. To the contrary, they're proud Jews, and they're willing to fight for freedom, liberty against all enemies. So, when all those people come back here, what is the closest thing that they can get to the Israeli people? Who are those people? It is you. It is the Israeli-American community. We share so much with the people of Israel. We share the same love for Israel. We share the same language, the culture, the values, the friendship, the family. And most of all, you are proud Jews. Right? And I think this is what makes us a special community. We are proud, and we have many, many reasons to be proud. Look at it. Do you know how many Nobel Prize winners are Jews? 25%. Do you know that 20% of Congress is Jewish? Do you know that 3 out of 9 Supreme Court judges are Jewish? I mean, can you see what we see? In countries, you guys don't want to be successful in business over there? No. All right, so let's be quiet. And so, if you go to countries that don't have historical anti-Semitism, like the Far East, you know that 50 million South Koreans have the Talmud in their home. They are learning Talmud. So are the Chinese and the Japanese. They look at the Jewish writing as a guide for life. They look at us as lights to the nation. And we should be proud about ourselves. Let me tell you how this being Jewish, a proud Jew, helped me in my own life to be a successful businessman, a successful family man, and a philanthropist. My history starts 65 years ago. No, time flies very fast. And when I was born. And in Israel, in Haifa, in 1971, I joined the army. I was in the army during the Yom Kippur War in 1973. And between 74 and 78, I went and got a Bachelor of Business in the Technion. I came here in 1981 with my wife. She's sitting over there, Dina. 2 little girls. And I came here. Anybody from USC here? All right. I came here and I went to USC. I did a master in business administration. And when I finished, I went into real estate. And sooner or later, I found my partner for life. He's actually an Israeli, modern Orthodox. And I started a venture in life with him for the last 34 years. And it's been very successful. And the fact that he's a modern Orthodox, he kind of recommended to me, why don't you take a rabbi and start learning Talmud and Pirkei Avot and Torah and maybe you can be a little bit more smarter, right? So I started learning with a rabbi some 20 years ago, and I want to give you some of the lessons I learned that I felt is helping me in life. Pirkei Avot is telling us, Kne lecha chaver. You should go and buy yourself a friend. The meaning is not that we're going to go to the market and buy a friend. It means that a friend is a long-term investment. We need to invest in it. We need to give more than we are getting. We need to find people that we are complimenting. We need to give and don't ask for too much in return. And we should not be greedy. Been very successful for me. 2 examples, my wife here. I met her 46 years ago. I'm assuming it's older than anybody here. 46 years ago, we have 3 girls and 3 grandkids. And it's a beautiful partnership. We're helping each other, we're cherishing each other, and it's the best investment I've done so far. Same thing with my partner for 33 years, David. We've been buying real estate together, we're complementing each other, and the results cannot be achieved by one person. I think together with friends in partnership, 1 plus 1 is 5. The second lesson is really build your own capabilities and do not rely on miracles. Al tismechu al hanes. That's what the Bible is telling us. We need to invest a lot of time building our capabilities, building our investments, and we need to be able to, when the time comes, to jump to the water, use our capabilities, and be successful. Let me give you some stories from the Bible. Last year, parasha was Beshalach, when Paro Shalach and Bnei Israel let the people go. Obviously, he woke up in the next morning, he had a headache, and he says, what the heck I did? Why did I send those slaves? So he took his army and started chasing the Hebrews. And he was able to catch up with them in front of the Red Sea. And they had no place to go. The Red Sea, Egyptians, they started, rioting and telling Moses, why did you bring us here to die? What was wrong dying in Egypt? Why do we have to be here? And Moses didn't know what to do. He was praying to God. God told him, don't look at me, go do something. And Moses didn't know what to do. But there was another guy named Nachshon ben Aminadab. He was the leader of Judah tribe. And what he did, he had the courage, the determination to go into the water. And the water did not open. And started walking into the water. And as soon as the water was here, it was open. And Bnei Israel, the people of Israel, just stopped. And I think it shows you an example that we need to have courage, we need to have determination, we need to jump into the water even if we don't know how to swim. That's exactly how we started the IAC. We didn't know what we were doing 10 years ago. Jumped into the water, and look at this. 400 Mishelanu right here in Los Angeles, the biggest gathering of Jewish students in the nation. Incredible. Another excellent example of building capabilities and jumping into the water was the establishment of the State of Israel. In 1948, there were 500,000 Jews in Israel. We did not have an army. We did not have a prayer. 6 Arab countries with full armies, tanks, airplanes decided to attack Israel in order to kill all the Jews. But the Jews were strong, they were able, they were willing, they had determination to fight back, and against all odds, we won, and we have Israel. Now, can you imagine if the Jews in Israel would not fight back? They would all killed. And during the history, there were a lot of times the Jews did not fight back. Even if they had the ability to fight back, rarely did they fight back. And it is upon us to be proud and to fight back, and miracles will happen. Good. All right, let's go to the third. Let me go to a very, very important lesson, the lesson of philanthropy. Now, you know that in Jewish traditions, we're supposed to give 10% of what we make into philanthropy. And anyone that is a philanthropist, and we have several here, knows that the philanthropists get much more from giving than the receiver. We get satisfaction, we get legacy, we feel good about what we do, we get a lot. But when I met my partner, he told me, listen, it doesn't work this way. It's not that you give 10% to charity. It works the opposite. Whatever we're giving, God give us 10 times more. 10 times more. Now, we're business people, right? If it worked, anybody here would be a philanthropist, and that's what I said. Show me that it's working and I'll be a philanthropist. He said, no problem, I will show you how it's working. And he showed me many examples. One of them was extremely clear. It's a business example. I hope that I'm not going to lose you. So I own real estate, and I had an industrial building that was vacant. I mean, no tenant, no income. I waited months and months and months, and eventually a tenant came. I negotiated a rental agreement with him, and after a few months, I sent the rental agreement to, can you see it over there? That's the name. I sent him the rental agreement, and I was waiting for the rental agreement to come back, and he did not come back. This person I was dealing with, he said, listen, we're reviewing it, the CEO went to Europe, and we're busy here, we're busy there, but when something doesn't come back, you know that something is going on. I didn't know what it was. The only thing I could is just pray for God that it will come back one day. At the same time, a teacher was building a Jewish school, and he came to me, and he said that he wanted a donation to build the school. And he said he would like $25,000 for the construction of the school. The school took my money, and it would be a long-term project. And after a few weeks that I thought about it, they said, you know what, I called him one day and I said, listen, I decided to give you more than you asked. Instead of 25, I will give you 100,000. But instead of giving it to you in front, I will give you 20,000 over 5 years. That way I can see that you're actually building it and you have other donors. So I'm going to give you 100,000 donation. The next day I'm getting a phone call from this listing agent, and he says, I got good news for you. We signed the lease, it's on the way to you, Federal Express. We got all the money there. And now I can tell you what was the delay. The delay was that a very, very big company was buying us. And during the time that they checked our books, we were not supposed to say anything, and we were not supposed to sign any agreement unless we had their approval. But I got good news for you. A, the merger has been finalized, they're buying us, and they approved your lease, and they're a very, very big company that traded on the Wall Street. So all the good news in the world. So I said to myself, I talked to my partner, said, you know, look at the good news. And he said to me, well, how much money did you make from this transaction? I said, well, you know, the value of the building, because I have a better tenant, is $1 million more than it used to be. And he said, you see, you just made a donation of 100,000. The next day you get $1 million. Can you see a better example? For me it worked, and I'm blessed to be able to give to philanthropy. And I can tell you that I see the results every day, including you. Go to the last lesson. We can go all day, but I'll go to the next lesson. It is from all Mikol Melamdai Iskalti. From all my teacher, I grew smart, which means that in my life, I have an open mind. Anyone that has good ideas, I'm willing to listen to him. I'm willing to see new ideas. I'm willing to take ideas from the receptionist to the most important person on earth. And I think it's something that it's going to take some time for you guys to have it, but have an open mind. Let me give you an example. Google bought a small company in Israel, and the CEO of Google went to Israel to meet with the management team of this new company. And it was a small company, maybe 50 people. So he gathered all of them in a meeting room. I want to see all of them. And he talked to them about the strategy of this new company. And amazing, sitting there, everyone from the janitor to Google Israel CEO had something to say. And Google CEO opened his mind and says, unbelievable. Not only am I learning from everybody, but you guys, the Israelis, everybody knows so good. He was amazed, he learned, he gave voice to everybody, and I think Google is doing good just because of that. So, bottom line, I like to see that being Jewish, being a proud Jew, following some of the learning of our All Father can help us in business, can help us in life, can help us in philanthropy, in relationship. And that's, I think, being a proud Jew is basically the essence of the Israeli-American Council. You know, we are like We represent here the Israeli-American community, this hybrid identity of people that are both Israeli and both American. We have shared with the people of Israel the same love for Israel, the same values, the same culture, the same language. We're all Zionists, and above all, we are very, very proud Jews. And as such, you guys can be the connection of anybody that comes from Birthright and Masa on campus. You should be the landing pad for everyone that comes from Israel. You remind everyone of their experience in Israel. And the Israeli-American Council is the same way in the United States. Not only are we the landing place for anybody that went to Israel, fell in love, we are also the connection between the Jewish American community, the state of Israel, and Jewish heritage. And I think because of it, we're going to be a game changer in America. You are not only going to be young leaders, you're going to be important leaders. You're going to be the leaders not just of the Israeli-American community, you're going to be leaders in the Jewish community, you're going to be leaders in America. We are very proud and we really count on you. So I'm going to see your progress, and I'm sure I'm going to be satisfied. I want to finish with something that is always relevant. I don't know, it's whenever I say it, it's relevant. It's a call for action. And it's something that Rabbi Lev said maybe 3,000 years ago. And he said the following. He said, "Im en ani li, mi li, וכשאני לעצמי מה אני, ואם לא עכשיו אימתי." In English, if I am for myself, then who will be for me? But if I'm only for myself, who am I? And if not now, when? So with this, I want to bless you for being here, and I'm sure it's going to be a terrific experience, and we're all going to be in touch. Thank you.